Hello, my name is Alondra.
From Massachusetts, Fairhaven, Region 9.
I'm a market training manager for Desert de Oro.
My name is Magdalena Balbastro.
And I'm an area coach for DDO.
I came to DDO in 2016.
Ever since day one, the company has taken care of me.
It was too good to be true what he was telling me about this company.
What I've learned at DDO about running businesses has encouraged me and empowered me to figure out how to run my own business.
I've had opportunities to travel.
Them being humble and appreciated, it does make a difference.
Hello, my name is Alondra and I am a market training manager for Desert de Oro. Right now I just started off at Phoenix again, so I'm barely starting off with my store, building my team, building that culture in my restaurant. And I did move my way up from being a GM to an MTM, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the position. Ever since day one, the company has taken care of me. They've always made sure that I am good in the position that I have enough support. But I also do enjoy that if I have any questions or anything like that, I am also able to just look it up real quick on OneSource, or the area coaches are always super helpful. They respond right away. So the fact that DDO is rewarding their best performers with this trip is just amazing, because it also motivates us and the rest of the team to continue working more and to achieve our higher goals, to be able to attend to these sorts of trips. I did get to Cabo because of the big effort that my team and I did. I just want to say I'm really grateful for the opportunity. Thank you for Mark, thank you for Crystal for the opportunity of being part of the DDO family. My name is Alondra and I am an Estrella de Oro.
All right, Region 7, we're here for a true life tread workshop. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, so what's tread stand for? T is for target setting. What's your target's gonna be today?
I'm gonna beat Dawn.
I'm gonna beat Chelsea.
I'm beating Logan today.
Okay, I like that. Rush ready?
Hair's pulled back, ready to go.
I'm ready.
Rush ready.
You guys look ready.
Okay.
All right, what about equipment?
My seatbelt better be working.
Wanna make sure the gas is working.
I gotta make sure my brake pedal works.
I agree. And last, deployment?
One person per car.
Logan, you're gonna have to go faster.
It's too fast. It's too hot. I don't.
Suck it up, Logan.
Reckless driving or breaking the rules will not be allowed.
Congratulations,
Sturgis.
Marshall.
So we have gotten donations from Taco Bell. We've had other events prior to COVID. This is probably, I think, the first one that we've been able to do since COVID. Well, before COVID, we had all kinds of in-person events that we could do. We were able to have all kinds of volunteers come in. We were able to do more field trips, just have more outside things happening, outside programs. And then COVID stopped that for like 2 years. Well, we got the monetary grant of $35,000, which of course is much appreciated because we're a nonprofit, so we run on grant money and fundraisers. But also just the time of your Taco Bell people coming out here, that's huge to us. Just having, just a few hours of their time might seem to them like, oh, I can just go hang out for 3 hours and help. But to the kids, it's like huge to them. They'll remember it. They're going to remember those people that came and helped us do the taco ornaments. Remember how nice they were?
And I get a chance to see Taco Bell actually giving back. And so that makes a difference because I want to practice what I preach. Because when I become about the charity to the kids, I like to see that now I know where it's going to.
You live in Kalamazoo?
Down the street, as a matter of fact.
It just shows them that they also have support from other community members, so they know they can come to Boys and Girls Club and be supported by adults at the club. But then when they see other adults that come from the community, they know they're supported by just more adults than just us here.
Thank you for food!
He was diagnosed in March of 2016. He had surgery right away and then started chemo, radiation. And then after about a year and a half, he had his last chemo treatment. And it was like, hallelujah, we were done. After building our house, he just wasn't feeling so great and things were feeling a little bit off. And the day that we closed on our dream house is the day that we found out that his cancer was here, and it was with a vengeance, and it was back.
Surprisingly, it's brought us together as a family a lot more than I would expect.
It has taught us the value of life.
Kind of gave us a sense of, well, we don't know how much time we have left.
You don't realize time really is a gift.
So there's no point in wasting it.
We don't think about the future, we think about what's right now, what we have right now.
You kind of have to live every day like that's going to be your last time together.
And no matter how bad it gets, he always, oh, I'm good, I'm fine, because that's how he is. And he doesn't want anybody to see really how the pain is or how it has affected him. So 2 years ago when his cancer surfaced again or came back, that kind of threw us into a tailspin. We were just moving into this house and just the community rallied together.
It's one thing for people to say, oh yeah, I'm here for you, and that really means a lot. And then seeing that happen is just so great.
The high school has multiple times sent gift baskets and taken up donations where we had no idea. Just the support through gift cards and meals and dinners. Another thing, when the community came together and we did the Lowell Pink Arrow Rockford game, just to look at the whole fan section of Rockford, and they were wearing, you know, the Pink Arrow Whitmore Strong shirt. That was really amazing to see the community come together like that.
It's really good to know that there are people supporting us everywhere you go. It was really cool to see the Whitmore Strong whiteout.
I cried. I had no idea. Just to show that love in that way, to get the entire staff and student body out there to represent Whitmore Strong on the field, and then to have a drone shot is unbelievable.
It's kind of crazy to see because most of the kids he hasn't really had. He hasn't had any of the sophomores or juniors, and it's just people that know him by hearing things about him.
The best part for me was that Joey was a part of that, how that impacted him. Having him come home and say, like, I can't believe that the community did this for us. It just shows, again, how much love this community has. But he would definitely tell them all how proud he is of them. I mean, that was his, other than his family, teaching was his life, his students were his life. He misses it, he misses the kids, he misses the staff. And he would say that he's fighting this fight, and yes, he's fighting for his family, but he's also fighting because the community is fighting with him. And he's showing them that you just don't quit. No matter what, you don't quit. And you fight with everything you have.
Leading a school this size in a pandemic it's very difficult.
COVID, as we know, has greatly affected the jobs of many administrators around our school systems. Getting to see the things that they have gone through during this unpredictable school year and what they have exceeded to do to make the school experience better for everyone is something that should be recognized.
A typical day before COVID would mean getting here in the morning, going through the cafeteria and the hallways, doing a lot of supervision, saying hi to kids, saying hi to teachers, meeting with teachers, assisting them in whatever they need.
Every day I try to start my day in front of the building, welcoming all of our students, and I did that pre-pandemic.
But since COVID hit, there have been a few changes in the routines of a day of a student and an administrator, such as the passing times are shorter and the students are told to eat lunch in their third-hour class to prevent a spread of COVID and hopefully avoid a school shutdown.
When we get positive cases, either phone called or emailed to us, then we start a contact tracing process of figuring out where the student was during the day, who they sat by.
Having to send a student home for contact tracing is just the worst, but definitely something we have to take on with COVID to keep everybody safe.
Usually what we try to do is we email all the teachers right away when a student goes into quarantine so they know, and then teachers start reaching out on Schoology with Google Meets or recorded lessons.
Even if you happen to be one of the many fortunate students that get to learn in school every day, it definitely comes with a price, the price of wearing a mask.
We want to help students, so we've had some conversations, but as I've mentioned in a previous interview, we've had no discipline thus far.
The only peace of mind I find in it is that we're keeping kids safe. We're keeping the building going when we do that.
It's important that, again, that we have a safe place to come and learn each and every day, pandemic or not.
This has been Zoe Hazelwood with Beyond the Rock, signing off.
Welcome back to Ram Center, everyone. Today we've got some great stories on a coach who's done a lot for Rockford schools, a team who's fighting against the challenges of COVID, and inspiring events of people giving back to their community.
Along with these stories, we'll be covering the teams and athletes of the fall season here at Rockford. Be sure to stick around because we got an exciting show for you today. I'm Moses Bosscher.
And I'm Lauren Lewis, and this is Ram Center.
This is Ram Center.
And this is all conference number 6 Cole Gleason taking matters into his own hands with a huge hit against the Jenison Wildcats. Now let's get back to Ram Center. Welcome back to Ram Center, everyone. The first team we'd like to cover on our show today is the impressive football team. After coming off of last year when they got upset in the first round of the playoffs, the boys were eager to get back on the field and get to work. And that is exactly what they did. The Rams started practicing and preparing in early summer for the season they wanted so badly.
But sadly, the boys quickly found out that the state of Michigan had moved their season to spring, and a lot of the work they had already put in was put on hold. The boys wasted no time in voicing their opinions, and some of the players traveled to a peaceful protest fighting to move their season back to fall. Lucky for them, it would eventually resume. After missing the first few weeks of the games, the boys had their season back.
The boys were ready to go and put all of their work to the test. Soon enough, their first game was scheduled and they would face off against Jenison. The game was a close one, with Sam Watts making a huge play by causing a fumble and returning it for a touchdown, tying up the game. After the fourth quarter, the game was tied and the boys would head into overtime and eventually get a big stop, which then led to a touchdown, allowing them to win the game 16-13.
Coming off of this close win, the Rams would dominate the regular season, having some great wins against the Granville Bulldogs and the Caledonia Scots. They would end the regular season 4-0 and go into the postseason with confidence. The Rams would then face off against the West Ottawa Panthers, who they had beat 33-23 early in the season. The Rams would show their dominance in this first game of the playoffs, winning 41-7.
They would then move on to the second round, facing off against the Hudsonville Eagles, who they dominated 42-7, and then move on to the Granville Bulldogs in the district finals, who they went into triple overtime with. Caden Curry would come in clutch, scoring the final touchdown to win the game. The Rams now were eager and excited to move into the regional semifinals, but the season was sadly postponed due to COVID. Good luck to the boys on the rest of their season.
We are back. Currently over on orange side, 0-0, beginning of the next round. Drape is going to try to shoot it, does not make it in though. However, Bimax is going to follow it up. 1-0 Rockford, 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the match. However, it is going to go over to blue side. Sharky Boy gets a quick bounce over there. Bimax quickly follows it up though. Currently in control. Grape takes it. They do not able to block it, and it's going to go right in. Defense scores 2-0, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Rockford winning 2-0. 6-0 Rockford versus Hillsdale. It's immediately going to go over to blue side, but Grape is there to follow it up, to bounce it in here, to try to get it over to orange side. It looks like they're just going to score right here. 7-0 Rockford. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock. Grape goes for the ball in the middle, throwing it in the middle. However, Grape does get exploded. And it's going to, Bimax is still going to shoot it in anyways. 8-0, 3 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock.
So Bergen dribbling with her right, finds Costin in the corner.
Costin puts up a layup but misses.
And they're going to call a foul. Costin will go shoot 2 shots and
we see the Rockford bench does not like that foul.
it was a question foul. She was falling, but therefore contact was made on the shot. As the Hudsonville team has not made one sub here in the fourth quarter, letting their starters play this whole fourth quarter in the crunch time. But you got to wonder when they're going to get tired.
As I said, Hudsonville here is being confident they can out-hustle the Rams.
Corner 3 for Tubergen's off, no good. Rebounded by Cindy Ranke. She is on the glass all over tonight.
Elle taking it down here. Elle Irwin's trying to find something. Rockford's got to score here to see if they can lock down this game.
Here comes Cleafish going up with the left. No bucket, but Maddie Hutchins puts it up. No bucket as well. Rebounded by Petroli. Petroli finds Tubergen, and Tubergen will go to work.
This Tubergen and Elle Irwin matchup has been a tough one all night. They have been all over each other.
Yeah, they both before going into the game said, I got the matchup. Best players going at it together. Without Olina Anderson on the floor, Elle Irwin's the star of the show tonight.
And we can see if Hudsonville here with these 2 free throws can close off the game.
Shooting 1-1. Tubergen even misses it. Game's practically over as, she has 2 shots. So Tubergen's got 1 shot left. And that is game, folks. That is Hudson.
It's a good hit, and it's a goal. It's a goal for Rockford, scored by number 27. The Rams are really putting on the pressure right now, looking to press high and get them to turn the ball over to give them an easy sighted goal. His pass was right at Lucas Carey, but a heavy touch sent it back to West Ottawa. It's a great challenge there by number 26. He's chasing the ball, and a back pass to the goalkeeper. That's for sure, Moses. We'll see if Rockford in the first half played a very high press, trying to force West Ottawa into some errors. So we'll see if they keep that up or if they play more defensive after having this lead going in the first half. But it'll be Rockford's kick.
We look for West Ottawa to go on a little bit more press here. They've seen like not having as many energy as the ball as Rockford, and I mean that's a change you have to make during halftime.
That's for sure, and you can definitely see their coach getting into him down in that right-hand corner. So we'll see if that translates anything on the field. Gage Martin's first.
My name is Moses Bosscher. I'm the sports director for Ram Center. What multimedia means to Ram Center is kind of just how we promote games and how we get the information of sports around Rockford.
My name is Jason Springer. I am the Ram Center video technician. Right now, with limited spectators at the events, Ram Center needs to promote more on social media to help the parents find where to reach these events.
So the main way we inform the public about sports is through stand-ups, and we do this through social media. So we'll post a stand-up of someone on the sports team talking about the upcoming game and what's to come. This week we got a great matchup as the Rockford Rams take on the Hudsonville Eagles. Be sure to tune in to the NFHS Network tonight at 6.
Big rivals this week with the Rams taking on the Granville Bulldogs, while the Bulldogs look to take revenge and the Rams hope to continue their undefeated season. Be sure to tune in to NFHS Network at 6 p.m. tonight to watch the game.
Be sure to tune in to the NFHS Network tonight at 6 to see the Rockford Rams take on the Jenison Wildcats right here at home.
The Ram Center Sportscast is a sports show based on the 3 seasons of high school sports. We have a fall, a winter, and a spring sportscast that they go through and wrap up how the seasons went for the Rockford Rams. RCTV is Rogueview Community TV. They promote the Ram Center show, and Ram Center actually has a reoccurring time spot to inform the public, the general public, on Charter and Xfinity cable.
Ram Center promotes sportscast through Adobe Sparks, and recently we've made these presentations to show the community here at Rockford of what's to come for this sportscast and when you can find it. Downtown Rockford is known for its many ice cream shops, but a new establishment called the Underground Cookie Club looks to shake things up in the ice cream world.
My name is Alan Stone. Pretty much I own Underground Cookie Club. So Underground Cookie Club is a frozen dessert sanctuary is what we strive for. We basically create handcrafted artisan ice cream sandwiches.
One of the owners of the store sat down with Beyond the Rock to tell us about how they found Rockford.
We were up kind of visiting Rockford this past winter. We happened to come across this location, and so we decided to aggressively expand, and here we are.
A co-owner named Marcus Gilbert also had a few words about what he had heard from the community.
I just heard a lot of good things about the community, very connected community, so we wanted to make sure that we could get in that, and that's why we even named one of our sandwiches the Rockford Rams.
What sets the Underground Cookie Club apart from other ice cream shops is the creative and expanding menu items.
Well, obviously, yes, the ice cream sandwiches are our biggest thing. That's what we're most known for. But we also have, obviously, the boba drinks, which are really great.
We've incorporated our brownie bars, our cake bars, which are cake and brownie dipped in chocolate on a stick.
And then we have what we call our Planet Pops. So they're like the tube popsicles.
With every cool and crazy ice cream sandwich sold, the Underground Cookie Club always tries to welcome every customer with open arms.
We try to appeal to a broad range. We don't want just one single demographic in here. We would like everybody from babies all the way up to, older folks.
If you haven't already checked out the Underground Cookie Club, you definitely should. This has been Moses Bosscher with Beyond the Rock, signing off. Once again, congratulations to all of the senior athletes who've committed to playing their sport at a college level.
A standout athlete on the 2019 baseball team, Kellen Mill, recently committed to Delta College. Just last year, Kellen was a big help on the baseball team during their run for a state championship.
Coming out big in the conference and semifinal games, Kellen had a huge impact on the team by being a leader along with having some big hits when it mattered. But in the end, the team lost in the state finals 10-4 against the perennial powerhouse, the Portage Northern Huskies.
After a tough loss the year before, Kellen and the team came into the 2020 season with a chip on their shoulders. They looked to meet the Portage Northern Huskies in the state finals again, but sadly the team's season was cut short due to COVID. Good luck to Kellen at Delta College.
Coming up next, we will be taking a deeper look into how COVID led to the shutdown of all spring sports and how it affected the 2020 senior class.
We've been trying to find some more referees. These guys are cute, but none of them quite fill the jersey. Not everyone has what it takes to wield the whistle. That's where you come in. Go to mhsaa.com/officials to sign up and become a referee today.
Welcome back to the special spring edition of Ram Center. As we have already seen, the COVID-19 outbreak shocked the world of sports. And for the rest of our show, we'd like to touch on what went into the process of shutting down all sports, how it affected senior athletes, and how the sports community here at Rockford came together in an inspiring way. All this and more, now on Ram Center.
As we all know, a devastating pandemic swept across the globe, affecting millions of people. In the world of sports, this meant a loss of spring season.
And no one expected COVID to spread as quickly as it did. And the first sport to take the hit was girls softball.
In the 2019 season, the girls softball team was very young, only having a few seniors. During the season, though, many juniors stepped up, helping the team to end up placing third in the conference, finishing with an 18-14 record.
Most of the girls came back for the senior season, hoping to do much better than the year before. But sadly, the season was cut short.
During the time of the shutdown, it seemed as though everything had happened so fast with sports. One day there was a season, and the next day it all came to a halt.
I would agree. It felt like the world had been brought to a stop in the matter of days. But of course, there was a lot more that went to the shutdown than we think.
Some of our own Ram Center reporters dug a little deeper into Rockford's athletic department to find out how our local high school reacted to the news and handled this unprecedented situation.
Last year was a very crazy time, especially for the athletic department here at Rockford. Mr. Andrews never thought that sports would have to be canceled, and was shocked and heartbroken that it happened.
We were in the middle of trying to host a state championship for gymnastics. We were preparing for our boys basketball team to win a district championship, and never in my wildest dreams would I ever thought we were going to stop sports in the middle of a school year like that, or stop school for that matter. So heartbroken, in shock. I can't describe the feelings that we were all experiencing, but I just felt so bad for our kids, our coaches, all the people involved. It was just a really sad time to have to see everyone go through that.
The workload last year was much higher than it had been in previous years in preparing for the spring season that wasn't to be.
We were going 150 miles an hour trying to get everything going and making sure we were on track for spring and finishing out winter, and then bang, everything happened and it was just halted.
Although he had hoped that spring sports would eventually be able to play, he realized that sadly the season would have to be canceled.
Yeah, I guess a little, if I'm being honest, a little part of me thought maybe at some point we could get back, maybe a late April through end of June at some point, maybe we could try to figure out, because there were just so many unknowns at that point. But I think once we got into May, it started to feel like, okay, this is going to be pretty unlikely.
We hope and look forward to all the spring sports being able to play this year. This has been Josh Poot with Ram Center, signing off.
With our team, last year we kind of knew we had a lot of inexperience. We had guys, that hadn't necessarily got out there and been able to do it under the gun like we expect them to. And coach. My name is Kyle Clough, and I've been the head varsity basketball coach here now for 4 years. Our goals really never change. We're trying to be a team good enough to win the OK Red Championship is always our first goal. And then we want to be good enough to win our district, which usually stays the same from year to year. And then hopefully, be a team that's good enough to win a regional. Well, we had some seniors back. Alex Verity, Andrew Carlson were both guys that were back at Caden Seeley. They had played as juniors a little bit. And then Brendan Schuler and Sam Christ, who had played for us as sophomores, were also going to be second-year varsity players. And so Andrew and Alex and Sam and Brendan were elected captains for us before the season, and so they carried a lot of that leadership load for us.
I'm Sam Christ, and I play shooting guard. We knew we had a tough schedule going into the season. We knew we were playing some good teams.
We played Traverse City West here as our home opener, and we got a great win, first game of the year. And then we went through a little tough stretch where we went to Muskegon, lost a close one, and then lost by 1 at Grand Rapids Union right after it that week. And then usually we play in a holiday tournament, before Christmas, and last year we played at Aquinas against East Grand Rapids and Northview. So that was kind of our preseason schedule, and then we get into every year after Christmas when we start back in January, our OK Red schedule starts right away.
We had a couple big games against Hudsonville, and we lost both of those. One of our biggest wins was when we played Granville at home on the Coaches vs. Cancer night. There's a big crowd for that game, and we really came together as a team and played really well.
We really struggled to win the close ones last year with that group. I think we ended up 6-14 in the regular season. 9 of our 14 losses we led with less than 5 minutes to go in the game. And so a lot of really close games for those guys. Unfortunately, we just kind of found a few different ways to not get it done. And we did lose a lot of close ones early on there, and kind of had our backs against the wall when we got ready for the state tournament. We actually came out and played very well early. We built a pretty good lead against them. We played very well offensively. We were able to score, and defensively we were able to really shut them down. And so we stretched the lead to double digits there, I think, in the first half. As expected, they came out in the third quarter and closed the gap a little bit, and they even took maybe a 2 or 3 point lead at one point there, going close to the beginning of the fourth quarter, and then Sam Christ made a big basket for us down the stretch. So guys, our leaders did what they needed to do. They emerged a little bit, and we ended up winning by, I think, 5. And again, I think that it was a 1 or 2 possession game there for much of the fourth quarter, and Schuler's free throws gave us a 2 possession lead, and we were able to get a stop and put them in position where their last possession, I think that, again, they got the ball back and they were down 4 or maybe 5, and it was virtually over. So, and when we got back in here Tuesday, we talked about a lot of those good things and the reasons that we won the game, and then we turned our attention right away to Northview. The game was, again, a very back-and-forth game. It was very close pretty much the whole way. I think maybe we had a 1 or 2 point lead at halftime. And as we actually got into the third quarter, they ended up pulling ahead. I think they got ahead by as many as 7 maybe at one point in the game, whether it was towards the end of the third quarter or early in the fourth quarter. And our guys had a different sense of cool about them. You felt that in the moment. We got down 2, and Sam Christ hit a big 3. For us to take the lead for the first time, I think, there in the fourth quarter, and then, again, made some big free throws, made some big stops, did what we had to do down to the very end. We were able to come in here on Thursday. We sat in here, had a great meeting, got word as we were sitting in here. That was when the word came out from the MHSA that there was going to be no game on Friday. It was going to be suspended temporarily. And so, those guys deserve a lot of credit, because there would have been a lot of people that would have just kind of packed that thing in. And I've been through that. I've had teams in the past, or been around teams in the past, that when you lose a bunch of games like that are really close, you just kind of become a believer that that's just the way it's going to be, right? And so for them to put themselves back out there, the vulnerability or whatever you want to call it, and the trust in our staff and the trust in our system to say, hey, we're going to keep doing this and keep doing it until we finally knock that door down. And then to see that come to fruition against Central and then also back-to-back with Northview, that was a really proud moment. I think that it was just the stick-to-itiveness, and that quality that you want these guys to have when they're older and they're adults. And those kinds of things were really neat to see for our guys to believe in that and to really see it come to the end there was, like I said, one of those reasons that you coach.
Welcome back to Ram Center. The last team we'll be getting an inside look on today is the impressive 26-3 wrestling team. Moses was actually on the team when they looked to make a spectacular postseason run.
That's right. This season we had some great senior leadership in all-conference and state qualifier, Reed Nicholson, runner-up in conference and state qualifier, Josh Hill, and all-conference and state qualifier, Ashton Howland. These seniors got right to work being mentors for the underclassmen and showing by example how to wrestle at a state-level competition.
Going into the season, the boys set their eyes on 2 goals, first winning a conference championship and secondly making a great postseason run, which they would stick to throughout the whole season. The boys would start off with a crushing loss to the Brighton Bulldogs, and the Rams did not let this loss get them down and continued to have a great regular season, ending with a 22-2 record.
I could say going into the conference, the team felt good about the meet. By the end, the Rams really put on a show. They had placed first, beating out the Granville Bulldogs and the Grand Haven Buccaneers, while also having an impressive 8 out of 14 kids in the starting lineup placing first.
After the conference meet, the boys set their eyes on making a great playoff run, and that they did. Winning both the district and regional title, they punched their ticket to the state tournament. In the first round, they had the long-awaited rematch against the Brighton Bulldogs, but sadly the Bulldogs got the best of them, putting an end to their season in the first round of the state tournament. Congratulations to the boys on a great season.
Another team that looked to have a great first season was the Special Olympics team. This inspiring group of kids wants to win gold, and Ram Center's own Lauren Constorff went down to the Cannonsburg Ski Hills to see the team.
My name is Lauren Constorff, and I'm here at the Cannonsburg Ski Area with the special needs students. They are currently getting ready for the Winter Special Olympics. Let's see what's going on today. What's your name?
Grace.
Jack. Max. Krim.
Brennan. Lola.
Ty.
What are you going to be doing here today?
Today we're going to take our kids snowshoeing and skiing and snowboarding. For us, it's just seeing, them being able to participate and have fun and do a sport that they love to do.
I'm going to do snowshoeing. We get to run and we get to have freedom to exercise and express ourselves with happiness.
It benefits our kids by giving them something competitive to do, and it gives them a reason to be outside and exercise and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
What's your favorite part about snowboarding?
I'm going to take the chairlift.
What's your favorite part of snowshoeing?
The races.
I like to run really fast.
How long have you been doing snowshoeing?
Ever since I've been in middle school.
Since middle school. I'm here with my class over there, and I do some running, and it is tough, let me tell you, it is tough. But when you run, you're free.
This 20-degree weather sure is stopping these students from having a lot of fun. This has been Lauren Constorff signing off with Beyond the Rock.
You love to see a heartwarming story of people giving back. That'll wrap up all the stories on this winter edition of Ram Center. And what a show we've had today, with people giving back to their communities and people in need, along with 2-star athletes who will definitely have a future in sports.
But as we all know by now, this wouldn't be Ram Center without the 2019-2020 winter season top plays. And here they are.
To start off our top plays, we have an impressive gymnastics bar set by junior Avery Lave. Avery will get a high enough score on this set to send the team and herself to the state competition. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the state place junior wrestler Cole Gleason. Cole was set to wrestle the number 8 ranked kid in the state in his conference finals match. Cole would then go on to pin him in the second period with an impressive chin drop and crown himself a conference champion. To finish off our top plays, we have Sam Christ, a junior leader on the men's basketball team. Sam would come in clutch, hitting a pivotal three-pointer in the final seconds of the game, allowing the boys to move on to the district finals.
Well, that will finish off our winter edition of Ram Center. Be sure to tune in when the spring season has come to an end.
I know we'll be excited to report on that.
Especially since a lot of the teams this year are looking to make a state championship run. But we'll leave that for the spring. Again, I'm Lauren Lewis.
And I'm Moses Bosscher. See you this spring.
These little kids are jumping.
Well, you know what time it is. It's time for our culture call out. So let's bring Jose over here and give him some recognition. Jose, come on over. Good. Well, I heard about all the great things you're doing, specifically around the family, but today I want to recognize you for excellence.
Dominic, if you could, come on over here. So I wanted to say thank you for everything you do for the Border Foods family.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. It's awesome. So thank you.
I appreciate it.
And here's a little something for you. Thank you.
I tell folks in my team, you create your own luck. If you have an attitude of what's in it for me, probably not going to work that well. If you have an attitude of what's in it for the team, how can we make this better? I love my job. Everything about that says, I want to help that person grow. I want to help that person become the best person they can be and the best employee they can be. For me, that's a big thing when I look at people that are coming to our company.
Hello, my name is Alondra and I am a market training manager for Desert de Oro. So currently I am an MTM, which is a market training manager. Right now I just started off in Phoenix again, so I'm barely starting off with my store, building my team, building that culture in my restaurant. And I did move my way up from being a GM to an MTM, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the position. Ever since day one, the company has taken care of me. They've always made sure that I am good in the position that I have enough support.
My name is Jasmine Lucero, and I am an RGM in Hammock. Been with the RG for like 2 years now. Golden Bell was so fun. Just being there with everybody from like the top 100 and being just surrounded by great leaders. I got to meet a lot of people, interesting people from all over the world. I would hear some things and I was like, oh, okay, let me try that in my store. And so I kind of did bring that back with me, and so it was a good experience being there.
Hi, my name is Reese Axness and I am the real estate intern here at Border Foods. This summer I'm hoping to get experience in real estate and in an office. My favorite Taco Bell menu item is the quesadilla with extra chipotle sauce. Taco Bell is thebomb.com. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much.
Session with Taco Bell. With Border Foods leadership. Here we go. Taco Bell freeze, one of my favorites. Taco Bell freeze.
Action. Churro chiller.
All right, one of them will be good enough. Welcome to the Q2 newsletter. Today we've got an amazing lineup of amazing special guests to you. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool program. No, cancel that. I need to look.
All right, I'm about to make. All right.
Oh, sorry, that distracted me because it shut off completely. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm Dominic Pagan. I run the 68th Street store here in. Oh shoot! Hold on. I keep looking at the camera. No bloopers, please.
So my name is Jasmine Lucero, and I am an RGM in Hammock. Been with the RG for like 2 years now, going on 3. I would want to say probably our speed. I think because I'm fast, I'm a fast talker, like I'm fast like everything. So I think that's why I'm like, okay, no, come on. So they try to keep up with me, and I think that kind of like pushes them. When they're with me, they're like, oh, we have to be fast. I absolutely seen a change in them now. They're like picking up with me. If you have a good team, they're right behind you, that's gonna make you be successful.
My name is Garrett Walty. I'm the Director of Technology. What I love most about DRG is the culture of it being okay to speak your mind. In fact, that's actually valued, is you coming to the table and saying, hey, what are your ideas? What do you think about this? And them appreciating that and, putting some stock into what your thoughts are. So I think that's what I appreciate most about DRG is they want your ideas, they listen to your ideas, and here we are today.
Golden Bell is the top 100 stores in the nation. Both of my trips were in Hawaii. Since you get there, the way they receive you, like you really feel like VIP. I achieved Golden Bell twice. One of them was just for one of my units. One year that I'm very proud of myself is achieving Golden Bell for both of my units at the same time. It's a very proud moment that I have in my Taco Bell career.
Yes. So yeah, let me just see the light. All right, let me do one on this. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Yeah, there you go. And Val, let's do it. Miss Antina drinks also. Yeah. Oh.